The progress continues apace, Mike. If you had asked me at the beginning of this pandemic where we would be right now, I have to admit I would not have expected this.
Andrew, good morning. Yes, we had spectacular results in the fourth quarter, best quarter in the history of the company. And from the abyss of the beginning of the pandemic, that is something that is really quite unimaginable. But here's what's happening. There is a movement away from density. People want larger, more comfortable homes, and they're willing to spend on their homes. And they want personal transportation, which they control who they're with and when and where and how they go. So that streak of American independence is resurged, and that has dramatically increased the demand for automobiles. You then have very attractive interest rates because there is a lot of stress in the economy overall. I mean, so there are certain sectors which really, it's just heartbreaking to look at what's going on. But we have a reallocation or a prioritization towards personal transportation that we are benefiting from. Gasoline is very affordable, and a lot of stimulus fiscally is also going into the economy. So there's a lot of tailwinds. But AutoNation in and of itself is outperforming in this environment. Clearly, our pre-owned strategy is working with a 12% increase in same-store revenue during the quarter. This is a combination of our brand, our one-price customer experience, our digital capabilities. On new vehicles, we have more demand than supply. We continue to manage that well. And on the cost side, with our digital capabilities, our SG&A as a percent of gross is at all-time lows of 64%, a dramatic decrease from 2 years ago. So you put this all together, and it's $2.43, best quarter ever, and significantly above what analysts had projected.
Mike, given your insight and ability to see through sort of what's selling, tell us what's selling. What's working, what's not? Where are you seeing this? Because in a way, you can help signal the market, perhaps on some of the big automakers themselves.
Well, I think what to keep in mind is the total market pre-owned and retail new is approaching over 50 million. So that's what we're really talking about. And in pre-owned, we see significant demand from first-time buyers who are saying they do not want to use public transportation. They want their own personal transportation. So that's been a real opportunity for us. And as I said, we're outperforming the market. What would be
the price point, especially for new buyers, that you're seeing on the pre-owned?
So on pre-owned, our average is right around $20,000, but we have demand at $10,000, $7,000, $8,000 that we never had before. And these are first-time buyers who simply have come in and said they need to get to work, but they don't want to use public transportation. My point is that the demand that we're talking about here starts at a price point of $6,000, $7,000 and goes all the way through $400,000. So it's across the spectrum. And when you move into new vehicles where the average price point is approaching $40,000, of course, America's love affair with trucks continue. We are at an inflection point on electrification. We have all the major manufacturers coming with a significant investment in exciting new electric vehicles, all of which we embrace and all of which we will sell. But on the new side, there's no question that manufacturing has been disrupted by both the pandemic and now with people spending more time at home. The number of microchips that are available to produce automobiles is reduced. So new vehicle production is still very much restrained for the foreseeable future relative to the demand that's out there.
Mike, on this tipping point of electrification, what are you seeing? What kind of, in terms of price point there, what are you expecting to happen? I know the Mustang is now out. You have GM effectively trying to reshape its entire business around EVs in the future.
So I think we've passed the point of no return. We've crossed the Rubicon on electrification, and it's here. Now, the most important thing I can tell you, though, This is not like going from the flip phone technology to a smartphone where you suddenly obsolete everything else. The internal combustion engine is going to be a big part of transportation, personal transportation in America for decades. So if I fast forward to 2030, let's say, I think fully 20% of the vehicles sold at that point will be electric. But here's the point, Andrew. As far as units in operation in the United States, only 6% will be electrified at that point. You'll still have 280 internal combustion engines on the road of America because they're very cost effective and they're very utilitarian benefit for consumers. So this is a decades-long journey from the internal combustion engine to electrification. But it's here, it's underway, we embrace it, it's exciting, right, and we have great vehicles coming from all the manufacturers.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.